Hi. Hello. What's going on, guys? It's Physics here, and sorry for not recording in a while. I've just been really busy with real life stuff. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a PS Live. I actually, like an hour ago, I had a really good battle against Professor No Good, and he's actually being really nice. It was a really good battle. He's recording it for me, so I will be either uploading that tomorrow or on Tuesday, depending on my schedule. The reason I'm so quiet is that everybody else in the house is sleeping and the walls are kind of thin, so don't really want to wake anybody. Anyway, I'll just be bringing you guys one OU battle, maybe one random battle just for the fun of it. As you can see, that this is the team that I've been using recently. I'm on my surprise motherfucker account.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And on this alt, I've actually gotten to 17, a little past 1700, which honestly, it's not that good, but for me, that's the highest I've ever gotten, so I'm quite pleased with this team. I just really want to use Weavile and Mega Pinsir, so it's just kind of a team centered around that. I do have Haze Greninja for Baton Pass teams, as well as Taunt on both Weavile and my Sash and Fernape, so let's just get a battle. Anyway, I hope you guys been well. I've been doing pretty well, as I guess. Yeah, sorry if my voice is kind of low, but I just do have to stay a little bit more quiet today. And it's taken a while, but we got one. Oops. And this team is looking quite good. I'm guessing that's a Mega Scizor with, not with Defog, just because he has a Mandibuzz. Thundurus could be Life Orbed or Lefties with the Taunt and T-Wave. That Sylveon might have Heal Bell, so I do need Excadrill for that. Looking at his team, Excadrill will be kind of important just to take stuff out, and then once I get rid of Thundurus and weaken Scizor, my Mega Pinsir should be able to do a lot of work. So how this team works is I'm actually going to just lead off with my Sash Ape, Origin of AIDS. So he's going to lead off with Scizor, so obviously the fire move is going to scare him out, so at this time I'm just going to go straight for the Stealth Rocks. As he decides to stay in and goes for the Acrobatics. That's an interesting set, and now the Bullet Punch here is obvious, so I'm going to go into my Beaknocchio, my Zapdos, which is physically defensive and packs the Rocky Helmet. So as he switches out into his Crawdaunt, this is a very good switch for me, as I can just freely go for the Discharge, and should he decide to switch out of the Ductrio, I do pack both the Heat Wave as well as the HP Ice instead of the Defog, since I do have a spinner in the form of Scarf Excadrill. So he's gonna switch out into Sylveon. It's probably gonna eat this up. Yep, just because I'm not invested in special attack. And at this point, he may go for the Toxic or the Moonblast, or go for the Wish, so I'm just gonna go straight into my Excadrill here, as he does decide to go for the Hyper Voice and unfortunately gets a crit. At this point, I think that my safest play is to go for the Iron Head. He may go into Mandibuzz or the Thundurus, depending on what kind of set he's running, and we'll see if he is the looks like to be physically defensive or a mix of both. And maybe because he might get up his Defog, I'm actually going to go straight into my Infernape, as he does decide to go straight for the Defog. And at this point I can just go for my rocks, and he's going to need to either kill me or switch out. And if he does kill me, I can go into my Greninja, threaten him out with the Ice Beam. So that'll be some. Yep, as he just decides to take me out with the Foul Play. I could have gone for the Taunt there, predicting the Defog, but that was way too risky for me. So now I'm going to go into my Autobot, and I'm just going to go for the obvious Ice Beam, as he decides to switch in, and my rocks will be here to stay, so that Ductrio Sash is no longer intact. And yeah, as he decides to go into the Sylveon, once again, I really don't have much of a switch in for this. So I am just going to go straight for the Skull, because I need to get in my Excadrill safely, and Greninja seems to be not too useful at this point, as he just knocks me out in one hit. I'm not really too sure what kind of set he's running on the Sylveon, but in either case, I think I can go into my Weavile and just click Knockoff and just do a heavy damage on something. And it should kill Sylveon at this rate at 30%. Yep, just because, it's Life Orb, Stab, and Sylveon doesn't have the greatest defense. So Vanillite Cone, I'm gonna assume that he probably wants to go into Scizor just to threaten me out. Yep, as he does that, and like I said before, Beaknocchio is a very safe switch into the Scizor, because I resist both his stabs, and he will be getting the Rocky Helmet damage, which is very good. And just judging by that, I think he may be... I was gonna say he may be banded, but then why would he carry acrobatics if he's banded? Anyway, he goes into his Duck Trio. Like I said, I do carry the HP Fire, HP Ice, so I will be able to 2-hit KO that easily. At this point, I want to go for the Roost, predicting the Stone Edge, just because I need my Zapdos to be at a high health. And I should be able to get off a free spin against a lot of his team. Yep, and as long as I don't flinch, I do get up a good amount of health, and at this point, I can freely go for the HP Ice and knock his Duck Trio out. So at this point he has Scizor, which I'm assuming is kind of choiced, and then Thunderous, so I kind of want to be that guy and go into my Excadrill just to get off a spin, but then again I am Scarf, so I'm not really fearing much, especially because I do have the Weavile with the priority. But I feel like I kind of need this Zapdos to stay healthy. Scizor will be, right now he is at 72%, so he will be at a KO range if Pinsir decides to come in, but then I will be taken out by the Aqua Jet, so I feel like I need to save this. So I'm going to make an aggressive play, go into the Excadrill. If he does predict that, goes for the HP Ice, which is the better play on his part. He will be able to knock me out, but now I can go into my Weavile and just go for the Ice Shard, and even if he decides to Thunder Wave, I will go first because I am naturally faster. As that fails to take him out, which is very unfortunate, and he is going to be able to get a T-Wave off. And at this point, I'm gonna just need to go for another Ice Shard because that is my best play. He can switch up, but that's a stupid move because then he'll die on switching. So as I miss the Ice Shard, and he goes for the Volt Switch, which is very odd unless the Scizor packs the Defog. It's a very odd play, and at this point for the Crawdon, I'm just gonna go straight forward. Oh no, cancel. I'm going for the Low Kick because he can knock me out with a priority move, but if he decides to set up with a Dragon Dance, I will be able to knock him out. So I honestly think I've been getting a little bit better as time goes on, which is a good thing. But I'm gonna go now into my Beaknocchio. I feel like he's probably threatened out by the... Oh, he's not threatened by the Discharge. I'm not sure if I agree with that play just because I would have been able to knock him out. So at this point I feel like the Aqua Jet can knock me out, so I'm just gonna go for another Roost as he decides to go for another knockoff. And I can just gain health, so I'm just gonna go straight for the Discharge at this point, because it seems as if he may be banded because I'm not seeing any recoil. So yes, it turns out that he's most likely banded. Once again, his Thunderous will die to a switch in, and on his Scizor he has to lock himself into Bullet Punch if he wants to stand any chance. And I'm just gonna go for the safe Roost and then follow it up with a Heat Wave. So I do believe I will have this game in the bag. So I'm just, like I said, I do live that pretty well comfortably. I am max HP, max special defense, and now I'm just gonna go for the Heat Wave to be able to knock him out, and that is the game in my favor. Alright, so the ladder is updating, and I am at 1734. That's the highest I've ever been. So yeah, that was a really good game. I'm actually just gonna go get a random battle now, just for the fuck of it, because I've never done a random battle on this channel. And once again, I do apologize if I sound unenthusiastic. It's not that I'm unenthusiastic, it's just I just do have to be a little quiet. Now, what kind of set is this? Power Gem Heal Bell Mega Ampharos. This seems to be the only Mega I do have, and he may go for the Sleep Powder. So what I can do is I'm just gonna Mega Evolve, just go straight for the Volt Switch just to see what he wants to do as he lays up a Spike. And for a second there I was just a larger Ampharos, and at this point, I think what I can do is go into my Ninjask, get a sub up, and then hopefully be able to baton pass that out into my Mienshao, because I just saw that my Mienshao has Swords Dance, so as long as I get a couple speed boosts with that, he might be able to sweep the entire team. So I am gonna go for the substitute here, and gonna go for another safe sub. Oh, as always, I do outspeed. That was a dumb play on my part. and he shows me the Flare Blitz. He's most likely locked into that, so what I can do here is, that was a dumb play on my part, I should just pass that out. I'm just going to baton pass straight out of my Quagsire just because he is bulky and will be able to resist the hit that he wants to go for, and as long as he's choiced, he shouldn't be able to do much, and I can pretty much expect his Roserade to come back in should he desire to do so. And that does way too much damage. At this point, I'm gonna go straight for the Scald. Yep, and it doesn't kill as he decides to. Oh, he's Life Orb. Okay, so he's gonna switch out to his Roserade most likely, but if all else fails, I can just yawn him, and if he decides to, stay in, then he will fall asleep. So yeah, this random battle is not looking that great just because my team isn't, too great. The matchup isn't, that great. So he decides to go into his Rotom Frost. Not sure exactly what he wants to do. I'm just gonna go for the Scald just to get damage off. At 2 times the speed, I should be outspeeding. Yep, and I do get the burn, which is very fortunate as he decides to go for the Thunderbolt, over predicting on his part as he shows me the leftovers. Now at this point, I am gonna go for the stockpile just to see if I could get some, defensive boosts, because it'd be kind of nice. Just since I don't know why they gave it Waterfall and Scald, to be honest. I think that's kind of a dumb set, but either way. He does go for the HP Ice as, I will be able to eat it up. And with the stockpile, I should be able to live the next one as well. That's not HP Ice. He's Rotom Frost. He should have Blizzard. Yeah, as he just knocks me out. That was a dumb play on my part once again. At this point, though, I think I can go into Mienshao. And wait, what's my Zekrom is? Oh, Sub-Hone Claws is an interesting set, but obviously he's not good against Rotom Frost. So I'm gonna go into my Mienshao, and he does have the Regenerator, so I'm just gonna go straight for the safe high jump kick, just because I'm afraid of knockoff not killing. And I show him the Life Orb recoil, so he's most likely gonna go out into a Scarf or something to outspeed this Mienshao. At which point, I guess I'll make a move according to that. So anyway, how are you guys doing? So, some of you guys should be done with school and such. Some of you might be still in school. Anyway, the fuck am I even saying? I'm just gonna go straight onto Ampharos, predicting the Thunder Wave. Although I think that set's banned now. But there it is, the Liepard, the annoying Liepard. I'm gonna go for the safe Dragon Pulse, just because nothing resists that. As he goes for the Swagger. I fucking hate this set. These people, man. I mean, it's a strategy, honestly, but it's just really annoying and relies heavily on luck and random number generation. So I don't really agree with, people that run that set. I do have a lot of respect for people that run like nasty plot lifers. Those are pretty cool. So yeah, he's thinking. He's going for the Foul Play, as that does a massive amount of damage, and at this point I can't even switch out, so I will die to a Foul Play. But do I have... Oh, I don't outspeed. He's gonna confuse me and destroy me with Foul Play. Yeah, what I can do is I can just go into Ninjask, predict the Thunder Wave, and just go straight for the X-Scissor, just because life parts are really annoying and I don't want to deal with that at this moment. So he's probably going to go for the Thunder Wave. It's an obvious play, but as long as I don't get paralyzed, I will be able to take him out. And that Darmanitan's at a... I wish I had some hazards. That Darmanitan could have died on the way in. But yeah, I mean, this video is running a little longer than my usual video. It's running at 14 minutes. Hope you guys don't mind. I was gonna get some replays up, but for some reason Showdown isn't. It says it's not working, and it should be up tomorrow. So that's something. As he goes into the Darmanitan, and here what I can do is, I mean, this is my most expendable member just because he is paralyzed, so I'll just die and have the Darmanitan die to the recoil, and that's one less threat in my way, as he is able to knock me out. And at this point, Infiltrator Meowstic, that's very interesting. I'm just gonna go into my Mian Xiao because it is one of my speedier mons, and depending on what he goes into, he does go into the Roserade. This is not a great matchup for me, but I'm just gonna go straight for the knockoff just to get rid of his item. As I do get a crit, how unfortunate. I'm pretty sure that mattered. I don't think a stock knockoff kills. And he goes into his Nidoqueen, and at this point I'm just gonna go for the knockoff once again, just because I do have the Meowstic in the back with the psychic move, and it's expert belted and higher level, so it should outspeed. So as I get another back-to-back crit and get rid of his life orb, he's gonna hit me with the Ice Beam and not be able to knock me out, so that is very unfortunate. At this point, I'm gonna expect him to go for another Ice Beam. There's no sense in sacking my Mian Xiao just because he is extremely fast. So I'm gonna go straight into my Meowstic, knowing that I could live any one hit now, as he gets a crit of his own. Obviously, it didn't matter. Now I can go for the safe Psyshock and destroy his soul. Nice. And Birdman XX has one mon left, and we'll see what it is. It's a Blissey, an invisible Blissey. Up there it is. And at this point, I should be able to win just because I do have the I have the Psyshock as well as the oh, I like that he's not stalling. Yeah, and I do have the Mian Xiao with the high jump kick, as well as the Zekrom sitting in the back with substitute Hone Claw. So this game is mine, and yeah. So that was. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Sorry for not uploading in a while. I will get the Wi-Fi battle up thanks to Professor No Good. I'm actually gonna link his channel down below just because you know, I mentioned him in the video, so I'll be linking his channel and his Twitter, so you guys can follow him on that. He's a great battler, uploads videos every day, you know, really chill dude. So definitely check him out, follow him on Twitter, ask him for battles because he loves battling subs. You know, I'm subscribed to him, so watch his battle spot videos every day. You know what I mean? So hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, leave a like, rating, you know, comment, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter. That link will be in the description below as well. And yeah, hope you guys had a great weekend and have a fantastic start to next week. Bye.